Start with a quick trip to your local home improvement or garden store. You'll need a large planter, a bag of fast-setting concrete mix, a 4x4 wood post, and a plant hanger hook or two. Next, pick a planter that's big enough to support the weight of the pole and look for something that is at least 18 inches wide and deep. This will be your base. Next, place your post in the center of the planter. Have someone hold it steady while you pour the fast-setting concrete, and then check that the post is standing straight using a level. Let the concrete set fully. Most mixes harden in about 20 minutes. Once the post is solid and secure, it is a great time to either paint or stain your pole to match your outdoor decor. Let it dry completely before adding any hardware. Then you will attach your plant hook or hooks. Mark where you want it near the top of the post, drill a small pilot hole, and then screw it in. You can use one hook or add a second one to hang string lights to one side or plants on each side like I did. Now for the fun part. Add potting soil around the base and plant your favorite flowers or greenery to dress it up and hide the concrete. And that's it. You've got a beautiful functional planter pole that's perfect for hanging plants, lanterns, or lights.
Do you have a dark corner of your yard that needs a bit more light, but also some garden storage? So you're going to begin by getting a pair of post hole diggers and get started digging. You need this to be big enough for a 4x4 post. I got a 4x4x6, so there would be no cutting, and I went about 2 feet deep with this hole. Once you know you're at the right height, put your 4x4 in the hole and fill it back in with the soil that you took out. You're going to grab a few helpful things. One is a wall-mounted mailbox. You can find these really cheaply at your local hardware store. Then you can add anything you like. Here I've chosen to use a multi-purpose hook, and on the other side I'm adding a decorative wrought iron hook instead. Then I'm finally ready to add a solar light cap to the top of this post. It makes it look a bit more polished and finished, and it's also going to give light when it's dark outside. Then you're going to be ready to hang any supplies that you might like to have on hand when you're gardening, but you don't have room for a full potting bench or a storage container or something like that. And the great thing is that at night, this solar light comes on and it gives you a nice little bit of light in a dark corner of your yard or garden. It's just beautiful and it serves so many purposes. I hope you guys found this helpful.
For my weekend project, I'm going to head down to my local hardware store and I'm going to grab some of these big planters that I got. I'm going to need 4 of them. First thing I want to do though is they got holes in the bottom. So these are drainage holes for when you plant them. And I'm going to cover these up because I am going to be pouring water in. I don't want it to leak. Next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put about 1 inch of water in the bottom, not too much. The reason is when I mix the concrete, I don't want it sticking to the bottom. And I'm only going to use a 50-pound bag of concrete on here. So I'm going to pour the whole thing in, and it's a good thing I'm outside because concrete is really dusty. You want to be outside where you're not going to mix it and get it in your mouth. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pour a little extra water in there, and then I'm going to start mixing up. Now, I did use my drill and a paddle to mix it up. You can do it by hand. I just happen to have a paddle. The problem is it looks like I mixed too much water, but I actually did it. It is going to dry up pretty quick, so I added a little bit more water, and you want to get a nice consistency there. This is a little bit too much water, but as I kept mixing, it did dry up. The next thing you want to do is stick a pole in. I used a 2x2 fir board to do this. You can use an inch piece of metal conduit if you want. What I'm going to do to keep it level is I'm going to take a couple of scrap boards, I'm going to put them on there, and I'm going to use some clamps on the sides. What this is going to do is squeeze the board, and I can use that to level it inside the pot. First thing you got to make sure though is that the pot is level before you level the board. That way it looks nice and even. Once I get that on and it dries up overnight, it's going to be really strong. You can tell by the color change of the concrete. Look at this. It's really strong and it holds inside the bucket really nice. I'm not worried about this thing going anywhere or coming loose, and it dries more. Next step I did was to make sure I leveled the ground. I want this nice and level, and moving this is really easy. You just tip it to the side and you can roll it in place. No need to carry it. Then on top of the concrete, I'm going to put some white rock. You can do this, or you can put some potting soil and plant some flowers and some little bushes if you want. Next step was to go ahead and drill through the board, and I'm going to add a hook to the top. This is where I'm going to put my string lights on. I'm going to put this in nice, not to poke it out through the other side. And once I get on, it's going to be nice and tight. Now, these string lights I got off of Amazon are really good. This is not glass. They're shatterproof. They're plastic. Those are the kinds that are really good. I'm going to put the hook on there, and I'm just going to start stringing it up and down and across. I'm also going to make sure I don't want, in the high winds, for these to come loose, so I'm going to use a zip tie to hold them in place. Take off the excess, and I'm going to go back and forth across the yard, and look at this when it lights up. It's absolutely beautiful right when the sun is setting. I love it. It looks really good. It was inexpensive, and I was able to make this actually in one day. Just wait for the concrete to dry overnight. It was spectacular. It's great for those cool afternoons in the summer where the family gets together. Here we're making some s'mores and having a great time. And I just hope this inspired you to go ahead and do your own DIY string lights across the yard.
I grabbed 2 hanging baskets and liners from Dollar Tree for this epic garden project. I unclipped the chains off of one of the baskets and placed the liners in each basket. Next, I used sharp scissors to cut a slit in the middle of each section and in the center hole at the bottom. Then I grabbed some petunias from my local garden center and carefully placed them into each hole. I pushed some of the longer ones in towards the center of the basket. I did try putting the flowers in the inside and pulling them through the holes, but it was too rough on the plants and I don't recommend doing that. Planting from the outside worked best for me. Once the basket was full with flowers, I set it aside and repeated the same steps for the second basket. In total, I used 20 petunias. Next, I filled the center of each basket with potting soil and watered it. Using my hand to hold the soil in, I gently placed one basket on top of the other and secured them together using 4 black zip ties. At that point, I decided to add in a few more flowers on the edge where the baskets meet just to fill it in a bit more. Can you believe this is what mine looked like after 3 weeks? Isn't this the most epic living flower ball you've ever seen?
We decided to elevate our driveway entrance with a couple of do-it-yourself pole planters. To do this, we picked a spot on either side of the driveway and started digging a hole using both a shovel and some post hole diggers. We then added a wooden post to the hole we just dug, but realized it was still a little too high, so we decided to cut off a little bit more of it using a saw. After placing it back in the hole, we determined it was just the right height. So I held the wooden post in place in the hole after we got it nice and leveled, and then we slowly started packing in the dirt that we previously removed by digging the hole. You don't want to fill the hole completely with dirt. Leave some room for some quick setting concrete on top. This will definitely secure the wooden post and make sure it stays in place. Then, using a watering can, we poured water on top to set it. After setting the wooden posts in place, we decided to stain them a darker color, and then we attached some ornamental hooks on the front of the post. These hooks will have our beautiful hanging baskets attached. This elevates our driveway entrance so much and gives us some instant curb appeal. Another little extra piece we decided to add to the pole planters was a solar-operated light on top. We drilled that in on the very top of the post, and at night it gives off a flame that appears to be flickering, which is a very nice touch. So both day and night, our driveway has a beautiful entrance thanks to these easy do-it-yourself pole planters.